Okay, I haven't done a Various Thoughts video in 2 months, so let's jump right into it. In the world of Hollywood, Transformers Age of Extinction will be coming out next year on June 27th, written on a note card. I just hope that movie doesn't turn out to be the next Revenge of the Fallen or worse. And I know they're going to have to bring the voice actor who do Grimlock for the Dinobots. They're going to have to. If they do it with Optimus Prime, with Peter Cullen, you're going to have to do the same thing with the voice actor for Grimlock. It's the only way. Miley Cyrus twerking incident at MTV's VMA happened about 2 Sundays ago. I've read articles, haven't seen the actual footage. I've seen like the memes and the GIFs and stuff like that. My opinion on that is it's hilarious because she did it, but it's embarrassing because she did it all wrong. And a lot of people are killing her. Till this day, they're just ripping her into a new one, saying, oh, she's racist, she's disrespectful, she's disgrace to, white America, white people everywhere, and this and that and the other. I'm like, okay. Oh, whatever you say. Her job is to entertain people no matter what. We got bigger issues to worry about. I mean, this country might go to war in Syria. What was that country in the Middle East called? Syria? Syria? Who are gassing their own people. And what I've heard, about like 1,400 people died from it. And yet we're worried about Miley Cyrus, who's 20 years old, mind you, shaking her mini Cinny buns. Woo! That's offensive. That's a crime. Well, what? And then, of course, you're going to have the Miley Cyrus defenders sitting there saying, well, why are you criticizing her? Why don't you criticize Nicki Minaj and Rihanna and other performers? What they doing is far worse than what she's done. You want to know the difference? Rihanna and Nicki Minaj do it at a their little dance routine, whatever they do it at a concert. That's the difference. They don't do that crap on live TV, on national TV. Unless I've been proven wrong. And Madonna got criticized far worse because she was dancing around in her wedding dress. And I read an article somewhere and she got ripped into a new one because she did it. I think it was her first time being at MTV's VMAs back in the late 1980s. Britney Spears, yes, I know she kissed Madonna and kissed, the whole controversy. That's the only controversy on on her part. So, whatever. In the world of video games, I can't wait for Watch Dogs and Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm willing to give another Grand Theft Auto game a chance. If I do play, it'll be the second time I ever played a Grand Theft Auto game in the series. Watch Dogs, I can't wait because it's a different city. I'm glad it's in Chicago, Illinois. It's not your typical New York City or Los Angeles. I don't hate Los Angeles. I don't. I'm just tired of the usual suspects, I'm just glad to see it's in Chicago. Just glad. Hopefully it's not no 12 gigabyte like Splinter Cell Blacklist for the PS3. But we'll see. We'll see. I heard a lot of good things for Splinter Cell Blacklist. I had a lot of negativity towards that game because I felt that it was going to be nothing more than Conviction, and it's going to be worse than Conviction. But I've heard it's Splinter Cell Chaos Theory meets Conviction, all that other stuff, and They add a lot of variety into the game, and I'm willing to give that game a chance. I'm gonna play on the Xbox 360, not the PS3. So I always play Splinter Cell games on the Xbox, especially the original. That's when I first started out. So Call of Duty Ghosts. It's a Call of Duty game. We've seen the multiplayer reveal trailer and everything. Whatever. There are a lot of positive things and there are a lot of negative things. For me, I take away two positive things. The fact that there will be no theater mode, because I've heard there have been issues with the hit detection and the lag, even though the lag still plays a role. It will be significantly less, so I'm cool with that. And it's gonna have dedicated servers, but it's gonna be on the Xbox One, so I don't know about the PS4. As for the current gen, it's gonna be peer-to-peer. That's my prediction. And they brought back the perks they had in previous Call of Duties into Call of Duty Ghosts. The only thing I'm worried about is Deadeye, which is the stopping power. Great. Danger Close. Oh boy. Here we go. I know where this is going. So, of course, Affinity Ward is going to do something stupid because, hello, it's Affinity Ward. The same developers who put in death streaks in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. The same developers who brought Dead Man's Hand, Last Stand, just to name a few, who can't support their games to save their life. So, excuse me. So I'm very skeptic of Call of Duty Ghosts. And people are talking about Titanfall being a Call of Duty killer. Unrealistic expectations is going to do that game in. It's not going to end well. That's all I can say. And people say, "Oh, why are you being so negative, SA17?" Because I can. And number two, stop hyping games up. Stop overhyping games where it will never live up to. Okay? Look what happened with Battlefield 3, how that turned out. I'm just saying. World of Sports. ESPN fired Hugh Douglas last month due to a racial verbal confrontation with Michael Smith. This is the same meathead who criticized Riley Cooper for using the N-word as well. So, hypocrisy much? I think so. Speaking of Riley Cooper, he was fined by the Philadelphia Eagles for using a racial slur, the N-word, at a Ken Chesney concert a couple months ago, this past summer. He was dead wrong, and he's going to feel the wrath by opposing teams. He's going to feel it sooner rather than later, because the Philadelphia Eagles play the Washington Redskins tonight as part of the doubleheader for ESPN's Monday Night Football. So, speaking of Washington Redskins, I'm going to have to do a little mini rant on them, on the ESPN. What is with you in RG3? It shouldn't be called ESPN anymore. It should be called RG3PN, Robert Griffin III Program Network. I mean, every time you turn around, he's everywhere. They even have a documentary, RG3's Will to Win. Hey, to the Redskins fans and the RG3 fans out there, I don't dislike the guy. I'm a fan. I'm a football fan of him. I really am. But ESPN is taking it extraordinary too far, and they do this every time. They did it with LeBron James. They did it with Tim Tebow. The hype will always be all-time worst, in my opinion. And now they're doing the exact same damn thing to RG3. We're talking... I'm sorry. Did the Washington Redskins win a Super Bowl? No. Did they win a playoff game? No. I seem to remember that the Seattle Seahawks walked into the FedEx Field, played against the Washington Redskins, and beat them in their own house. And boy, look at that field in that playoff game this past January or last year. Woo! whew, that was just terrible. Wow. So, ESPN, just stop. Just please stop. And you're hyping up Johnny Manziel. You don't want me to get started on him, nor South Carolina Gamecocks defensive end Jadeveon Clowney. Oh, wow. You don't want me to go there with those two players. You just don't. The hype, the unrealistic hype is just unbelievable. Unreal. So, and a little bit of college football. University of Texas. Head coach Mac Brown fired Manny Diaz because what happened last Saturday. Texas Longhorns losing. They lost on the road to BYU Cougars 40-20. It was 40-21, and they gave up 550 rushing yards. That's a school record they allowed. Lee, I don't know what's going on in Texas. I don't know what's going on with the Texas Longhorns. That's my team. I just don't know. I don't know what's going on, but it's just bad down there. I watched some of the game. What was it? Oh my God, what was it? West Virginia, Oklahoma. That game was really close. It could have went either way, but turnovers just killed West Virginia Mountaineers. And Oklahoma Sooner fans, you should be lucky. You should be very lucky that y'all won that game. Your quarterback wasn't doing too well either. I didn't even watch the rest of the game. I watched some of it. I dozed off, and went to sleep. So, yeah. And with that, I'm out. Thanks for listening. Check you guys later. What's your thoughts?